Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Former ASU President Professor Festus Iyayi dies in a fatal car accident in Lokoja, Kogi State. House of Representatives discusses the postponement of budget by President Jonathan. Edo State Governor, his supporters and political allies celebrate 5 years of Oshiomhale's administration. And the United Nations launches an appeal for $301 million to help relief efforts in typhoon-ravaged areas of the Philippines. All our top stories and other programs can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. And you can now interact with the Channel's Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. If you have a picture or video to share with us, all you need to do is download the Channels TV Android application on your device. Swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share your report, pictures, and videos. And now it's time to join our Abuja studios, where Gloria Umezioke is standing by for more on the news at 10. Hi, Gloria.
Well, many thanks for joining us here in the nation's capital. As expected, the suspension of 4 key members of the PDP is still generating reactions from some Nigerians. A former Kwara State Governor, Senator Bukola Saraki, described the action by the party as a setback to the reconciliatory moves to restore peace in the factionalized party. At a press conference in the National Assembly, Abuja, Senator Saraki said the move by the party is a means of circumventing the ruling of the court. The appeal court ruling last Friday reinstated Chief Olagunsoye Olunlola as the party's national secretary. Now, the People's Democratic Party in Ogun State has also voiced its opposition to the return of Mr. Olagunsoye Olunlola as the national secretary of the party. Well, some of the reasons given by the party includes its position that the judgment reinstating Mr. Olunlola has been overtaken by events. That and the fact that a motion for stay of execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal and a notice of appeal have been filed at the Supreme Court. According to the Ogun PDP, it would be tantamount to conferring legality on illegality if Olunlola is returned to the Alhaji Bamanga Tukur-led National Working Committee, which he had voluntarily renounced, unquote. They say it is like mixing apples and oranges and having vowed to resist any attempt to return him to the party through the back door. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ogun State has also voiced its opposition to the return of Mr. Olagunsoye as the national secretary of the party. Some of the reasons given by the party includes its position that the judgment reinstating Mr. Olunlola has been overtaken by events. And more stories. A date for the proposed national conference may not have been fixed, but the setting of agenda for the dialogue has continued. The third Godi Jidenna Biannual Lecture, which held at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs in Lagos today, provided another platform for the discussion. The chairman of the occasion and former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyoko, prescribed the decentralization of powers to the 6 federating units.
Our present federal governance structure retards our development and breeds instability and conflict within the country. I therefore believe that the prospective national conference which the President has decided to convene will offer the country a welcome opportunity to discuss and hopefully reach a national consensus on a more appropriate federal structure of governance in Nigeria. Accordingly, against the background that all parts of this country would rather prefer to continue to live in one political entity, the first item on the conference agenda should be a discussion of the governance structure that is most suitable for Nigeria.
The High Court of Taraba State, sitting in Jalingo, has granted an order of interim injunction restraining the Speaker and the members of the Taraba State House of Assembly from acting on any letter written by the acting governor of the state. The acting governor, Mr. Garba Umar, is said to have written a letter to the State House of Assembly seeking the approval of certain persons to be appointed into the State Executive Council as commissioners. The names of the commissioners pending approval, as contained in the letter, was admitted by the court as Exhibit F. After hearing an application filed by the governor of the state, Mr. Dambaba Santai, the presiding judge, Justice Ali Adenyanso, granted the order restraining the State House of Assembly from acting on it, pending the determination of a suit on the matter. In what appears as a defiance of the court order restraining such exercise, the acting governor of Taraba State, Garba Umar, has administered the oath of office to the 6 newly appointed commissioners. The acting governor and the speaker denied receiving any court order restraining the House from screening the nominees. The chief press secretary to the acting governor, Kefa Sule, explained to Channels Television on the phone that his boss is not aware of any court injunction or order, but the lead counsel to the state governor who secured the restraining order, Elijah Inyaro, affirmed that the House was duly served the order, while the chief bailiff that went to serve the speaker was molested in the course of carrying out his duties. Now, the growth of moral decadence among young people in Nigeria is traceable to the failure of leaders to plan for the country's youth. This is coming from Niger State Governor Mr. Muazu Aliyu, who also emphasized the need for proper funding of education and greater attention to agriculture. We're speaking at the 3rd Muazu Babangida Aliyu International Literary Colloquium today in the Niger State capital, Minna. Governor Aliyu also faulted the attitude towards agriculture, which he believes is the backbone of the country's economy.
It was a gathering of dignitaries across the country, including Nigeria's former military president, General Ibrahim Babangida, River State Governor Rotimi Amechi, and members of Pan-African Writers Association, POWER. The annual event aims at enhancing reading culture among the youth. Delivering his lecture, the Secretary General of POWER, Atikwe Okai, praised the effort of the Niger State Governor Muazu Aliyu for the successes recorded in the state's education sector.
The administration of this state has shown a clear dedication to the development of education, to the development of literature. And there is a government in Nigeria that is doing something concretely about it.
With the current decline in the country's education sector and the dwindling attitude of youth towards reading, the theme looks to be a wake-up call for governments at all levels to channel funds to the education sector.
Like Sadiq, I enjoyed free education, in fact paid education, because I was given allowances, I was given transport money, I was given free food, I was given free accommodation and free uniform. And today, now that we are richer, we are finding it difficult to fund education.
Governor Aliyu is also concerned about the upgrading of the curriculum in higher institutions to accommodate entrepreneurial skills. The event was not all about speech-making, as leadership awards were given to Rotimi Amechi, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and 4 others for the contribution and service to the society. The event coincides with Governor Aliyu's 58th birthday, and members of the House of Representatives, led by its Speaker, presented this giant card in the governor's honor.
But I tell you, this is beautiful.
That's all from the nation's capital. Back to you, Bimbo. That's all from the nation's capital. Back to you.
Thanks, Gloria. Now, when the news at 10 returns, business leaders team up to improve healthcare in Nigeria. That's on Business News. Please join us again.